Hello and welcome back to the channel, and a Merry Christmas to those who celebrate, and a Happy Holidays for those who don't. And it's been a while since I've actually properly sat down and actually filmed a video outside of the one at the beginning of the month for the Cinevlog. But I decided that it's about time that I actually start getting back into recording, after taking an extended period off. As I mentioned, the girlfriend is now living with me, so need to find the time now to actually sneak away and go film. But yeah, today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite Christmas movies of all time, because that's basically what me and the girlfriend has been doing since she moved in at the beginning of the month, is just going down through some Christmas movies. So, with that being said, I think it's high time that we start off with number 5 on the list.
Okay, so my number five pick is going to go to Deck the Halls, which is something of a film that I've actually only watched for the very first time this year. Now, as I mentioned, me and the missus are this past month have been working our way through a bunch of different Christmas movies, and this one was just put on at random. I knew next to nothing about it except for the fact that it has Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick in it, and I think I vaguely heard of a few people saying that they like it, mainly just because it has Danny DeVito in it. So yeah, the I actually went in 100% blind for this film. I knew the actually only thing that I knew of this film was a particular scene where Danny DeVito's character, Buddy Hall, sells a car to the owner of the dealership, and that's about it. And I can tell you, me and the girlfriend both thought that within like the first 10 minutes of the film that it's going to be one of those early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s raunchy films that had no need to be raunchy but was. And I will say there are like maybe like two or three scenes about like bit of, like raunch to it, but aside from that, it's actually a really good film. Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick really do bounce off of each other really, really well. They're an actual surprisingly good duo. The fact that they keep trying to, you know, that Buddy Hall is trying to make his house be seen from a satellite, and Matthew Broderick's character Steve is basically one note. Everything has to be by the book, ignoring his family and all that stuff. And then, of course, when both family leaves them, they come together and realize their mistake and put their differences aside. And I really enjoyed this film. Surprisingly enough to actually put it as my number five. But anyway, that's that. Let's move on to my fourth favorite Christmas movie. So number four goes to The Polar Express. Now, this is a film that I have only really seen three times. The very first time that I seen it, which was about 2005. Um, then again last year when I went to go review it for the channel, and again this year when I watched it with my girlfriend who had never seen it before. So then why am I choosing a film that I've again only seen three times? Only seen Dr. Hall once, and both of them are on my top five. Well, because it's my list and what I say goes, but also because there is a bit of sentimentality attached to it. The very first time I watched it was when I was staying up at my auntie's house up back in Monaghan, where I was born. And it was around Christmas time that I had gone up. We rented it from Blockbuster or Extravision. I forget which one it was. We came home, we had gotten something out of the chippy, and we watched it. And I watched it for the very first time, and I fell in love with the movie. And then it would be nearly 20 years later that I'd actually go to watch it again for the movie review, and I still enjoyed it. And then the most recent time, as I mentioned, was because the girlfriend hadn't seen it before. And so what I done, and I'm hopefully have overlaid the footage here, that day was I lit the fire. We had the lights off, the Christmas lights on, the TV, the fire going. We had our snacks to watch the film. And that is a core memory that I'm going to keep for a good long time. And I do enjoy the Polar Express. It is a good Christmas movie, an underrated Christmas movie. I know one of the songs got popular on TikTok a couple of years back, but still, I still think the Polar Express, compared to what a lot of other people say to be their favorite Christmas movies or the best Christmas movies, doesn't get much representation in that regard. But as someone who grew up with this film, who loved it back then, loves it now, I had to me it belongs in my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. But with that being said, we're nearing the end, so let's jump straight into the bronze place at number 3, which to a lot of people is going to be a bit of sacrilege. All right, so number 3 goes to the first Home Alone film. Now, if you had asked me this, what was my top 5 favorite Christmas movies of all time, I would have actually picked Home Alone 2. But upon again rewatch with the missus this year, uh, I have to say I kind of do prefer the original. Excuse me, the original Home Alone over Home Alone 2. It just has that, like, if we're basing this off of just like Christmas vibes, then Home Alone has that more in spades than Home Alone 2 does in the entire film of Home Alone 2. And like it's just like Home Alone 2, the more you think about it, it's basically just a remake of the first one. The same way Men in Black 2 is basically a remake of the first one, just with the roles reversed. But this time with Home Alone 2, instead of it being him actually being home alone, he's now lost in New York. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love Lost in New York. It is definitely still within like my top 10 favorite Christmas movies, but it's just the original Home Alone. You just can't beat it. It is the quintessential Christmas movie of all time. There are a lot of great movies, a lot of great Christmas movies, but Home Alone to me is like up there in the top 3. Obviously it can't be number 1 or number 2 because in my opinion, those two movies are actually a lot stronger and a lot better than this one. The more times I rewatch Home Alone and these two movies, the more I'm like, yes, I can see why I have these as my first and second favorite movie. But yeah, like it's Home Alone, who doesn't love Home Alone at this point? But with that being said, let's dive right into my second pick. So, number 2 goes to the Jim Carrey version.
Universal Pictures and Imagine Entertainment invite you to experience the magic of the classic story as it comes to life like you've never seen before. In a place where the Christmas spirit is everywhere.
Have the best Christmas ever!
And I can definitely say this is by far the best version.
Well,
this
almost
by far is my
everywhere.
favorite version.
Counting down the
my second
Christmas
favorite
clock.
version.
Oh, young
I love Jim Carrey.
blast this Christmas music.
A lot of
It's
jokes went
joyful
over
and
my head.
triumphant.
Jim Carrey
It did
is
a lot of good back in the day.
The Grinch. I must stop this Christmas from coming.
from Universal Pictures
What would I wear? Oh,
and Imagine
As
Entertainment.
well as
I want the reindeer.
there's all of those
Mr. Grinch, I myself am having some Yuletide doubts.
Don't care.
Maybe if you could reunite with the Who's and be a part of Christmas.
Maybe if you can reunite with the Who's and be a part of Christmas.
Grow up.
If you think you know the whole story,
What if it's all just a misunderstanding?
This could change my entire outlook on life.
Really?
No.
Second.
you don't know Grinch.
I just love it. I absolutely
I'm going to
love
grow
this
up,
interpretation
and then I'm
of
gonna
how Amy how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Jim
how Amy
Carrey.
looked like PlayStation 4.
In a Ron Howard film, The Grinch.
But with that being said, let's move on to my number one. What is my favorite Christmas movie of all time? No, it is not Die Hard, because Die Hard is a good action movie, but not a good Christmas movie. I'll fight anyone tooth and nail on that one. Alright, so my favorite Christmas movie of all time is, of course, the Jim Carrey version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, like, if you've been around the channel since the very beginning, you know that this is my favorite movie adaptation of A Christmas Carol. And especially now watching Christmas movies with the girlfriend, we have gone back and watched 3 different versions of A Christmas Carol. We have watched this version, which we both agreed is the better version. We've watched The Muppets Christmas Carol. I gave it another watch, second time watching it. I still like it, but I definitely think it is overrated, and she also agrees. And then we also watched the 25-minute short of Mickey's Scrooge is played by, you know...
What if you were given a second chance to get your life right? This holiday season, the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
And we both agreed after watching those versions that
will give one
the
man
Jim Carrey one is the better
chance.
version. And I just love this version. I just
This
love
November,
Jim Carrey's
Walt Disney Pictures and Image Movers Digital invite you to experience the classic tale like you've never seen it before in Disney
and
Digital
Jim
3D
Carrey
and
getting
IMAX 3D.
this whole spirit of playing every movie. And the fact that all of this was just done in mocap was really, really well done. And of course, it was,
Disney's
one
A
of
Christmas
my
Carol
specials was reviewing this movie, where I also hint that my actual favorite interpretation of A Christmas Carol is the Doctor Who version of A Christmas Carol. And it is going to be a definite watch every Christmas period. The same with all of these movies, really. I definitely think we will definitely add them into rotation for next year's Christmas. So, yeah.
And well, there you guys go. That is now the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas or just Happy Holidays throughout, today and the new year. So I have one more video planned. It is another top 5 where I'm going to count down my top 5 favorite movies of 2025 because I've seen 9 in total. So yeah, I'll see you all on around the 30th for that one, so in about 5 days time. So anyway, hope you all had a great day, and I'll see you all on the very next upload.